Well, for the first time in our nation's history, women are on the verge of outnumbering men in the workplace. That change reflects growth in the economy and industries that have traditionally been a favorite of women: healthcare, education, and in government. Joining me now to talk more about where the jobs are is Phil Berkenbile, State Director of Oklahoma's CareerTech system. Well, I guess my first question is, where are the new jobs?
Well, where you're seeing new jobs is still in healthcare, IT, green economy. Those kinds of areas were still hot and heavy. And green energy is really taking the lead in a lot of areas.
And when you say green energy, are we talking about jobs that would maybe service the new wind farms that we're seeing out west?
It would include that, but it would also be solar. It would also be doing insulation, doing new windows, doing anything to do to conserve energy.
Yeah, and now you mentioned healthcare, and there are a lot of auxiliary jobs also in healthcare.
Yes. We think of nursing mainly when we think of healthcare, or MDs. And we're seeing a lot of people coming back and going into the healthcare to work with, like phlebotomists, working with testing of blood, drawing of blood. We're seeing x-ray technicians. We're seeing LPNs, licensed practical nurses, nurses' aides, home health care. So we're seeing a lot of those other areas that are down the chain.
Yeah. Now, a lot of these jobs aren't particularly flashy. How do you attract the young person towards fields that are in a growth mode?
Well, it's like a couple of years ago, one of the things that we saw, carpentry programs weren't flashy and plumbing programs weren't flashy. But when you combine the two into a construction trades academy, where you had a choice of 3 or 4 different areas, and they had some instruction on carpentry, plumbing, heating, electrical. The student looked at that and said, that sounds like it's more to my liking, because I'm not going to be just nailing wood together or framing houses. I'm going to learn about all the aspects of building a house, and so there'll be more jobs available for me.
Yeah, and I think an important point to make in all these service sector jobs is that these are jobs that really are never going to go offshore because they have to be here.
Oh, exactly. We can talk about offshoring jobs in a lot of areas, but the people that are going to come service your air conditioner at your home, or redo your driveway, or reshingle your house, all those jobs, those are the jobs of the future that are still going to be with us. And in fact, they're seeing, predicting more growth in the future in those areas, just like they're predicting the growth in the green jobs through 2016. They think that will be one of the major players as far as employing new people.
And as we see our economy kind of restructure, I'm assuming that there's really a need to have some short-term skills training for people to get ready for these jobs.
Exactly, and you're seeing a lot of workers that right now are employed are coming back to the CareerTech centers, and they're getting skill upgrades to be ready for the next big push into these other jobs. At the same time, you're seeing workers that have been laid off that are coming back to CareerTech and asking to be retrained in another area that they can see there's employment opportunities in.
And again, there have been some record enrollments at some of the CareerTechs?
Yes, we're seeing increased enrollments in a lot of our areas, such as TIP, existing industry, all those areas that are short-term training, customized industry training, because people are wanting to come back. They're wanting to expand their knowledge, their skill levels. They have the time to do it. In some cases, where they were laid off, they're paying for that job training for them. And so they're coming back to our schools. And we always see that in a depression, recession type atmosphere, that they come back to school.
So it certainly isn't all bad news. While we may be in a challenging time, it sounds like there's some exciting things going on.
Well, I think so. And we do see the unemployment rate is still going to continue to go up just a little bit. But at the same time, we're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. We're hearing more and more people talk about increasing the number of wind farms. We're hearing about the new job growth in the green-friendly jobs and the green communities. And I think there's a tremendous opportunity in Oklahoma for all those areas. And if you look at the want ads in the Daily Oklahoman or the Tulsa World, you're seeing 2 or 3 pages worth of people that are needed in healthcare, in construction, in specialized skills in welding, machining, a lot of different areas.
All right. Well, as always, we appreciate you being here. Dr. Phil Berkenbile, the head of Oklahoma's CareerTech system.